Hi, everybody. Welcome to the weekly Inside Real Estate Tips and Tricks webinar. I'm going to share my screen here. Hopefully you can see it now. Can everybody please let me know if you can hear me in the question box? Just say, yep, can hear you and see the screen. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks, William. Great. So today, what we're going to do is maybe a little less structured and organized than we've done in previous weeks, but it's just a hodgepodge of ideas around lender agent co-marketing with conversion. So ways that lenders and agents can work together. And thank you, everybody, for letting me know you can see me. This session is recorded as usual. It'll be on the Facebook conversion page and posted to the group. Let's just run through. First thing I'll do is share this document with you guys. And just out of curiosity, any lenders on today? I wonder how involved the lenders who co-market are and how engaged they are. And if we happen to have any on. 1 second, I'm trying to get this link to paste. Doesn't want to. Let's see here. Send to all. Okay, you should be able to see the doc now. There. So that'll be our notes for today's show. We might add stuff to it. But let's just go ahead and dive right in. I'm not going to, there's some thoughts around this, but I think we're going to get those at the end, some final points around whether or not, lenders should be paying for agent accounts and things of that nature. I'm sure you guys will have questions, comments as we go, but let's just jump on right into ways that lenders can get the most out of conversion, things they can do. And be sure to share this recording once it's live with your lender partners. So first thing I'm going to point out, and I discovered this the other day. I don't know how long it was in the system. I was gone for a while. When I came back, this was here. But lenders can now see the activity stream of all the people searching on a conversion site that they have access to. So the dashboard I'm working out of right here belongs to Bond Street Mortgage, who I work with. And, they've got access to a handful of accounts, and there is a ton of activity. Look at this, probably in the last, say, hour, there's probably 5 to 10 different people searching on the sites they have access to. So the first thing I would point out to your lender, if they're not already doing this, remind them that they can go ahead in here and they can reach out to people who are searching on the site. Hey, they would click on an individual link. So let's go to here to Cutrona. I'll click on that. That should bring up the contact here. It's going to bring up the contact ID. And I can either email or call or text, right? So I can do, what would you like to do? Send email. Looks like maybe this lead didn't have a phone, but that's okay. And I can reach out and say, hey, I saw you were searching just now. I'm a lender partner on XYZ site. Are you looking to get pre-approved? Getting pre-approved is the first step in the process. And if you want to take it a little further, you could have a video maybe you send out about that. 7 reasons. We have a video called 7 Reasons Why You Might Want to Get 7 things you should know before getting pre-approved for a mortgage. If you have any content around first-time buying, things of that nature, you can send that out. And then go back to the activity stream and basically sit here all day. And I imagine that any lender working on a big enough account should be able to cherry pick 1 or 2 good conversations in any given day if you have this kind of access to people who are live and searching right now. Remember also that the activity stream tells you whether the person's on a mobile phone or on a computer. You see the little icon down here? It's really small down to the left, but you know what device they're on. So if I were to send, say, this lead a text right now, there's probably a really good chance they're going to see it. And I'm getting bad examples here where there aren't there aren't phone numbers available. But if I were to, the ones that have phone numbers, if you text them right there, they're going to be on their phones looking at properties. Well, if you send a text, you should get a reply. Hey, I see you on the site. Might feel a little creepy to them, but there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it that works, right? So that's the first one. How many of you guys are cruising the activity stream every single day, whether you're an agent or a lender? I only have 1 agent account, not a broker account. Is this applicable to me? David, yeah, let's take a step back. This is very applicable, everybody here, because we all work with mortgage pros. And there's no reason why you can't do the kind of things we're going to talk about today with a lender partner you work with. Okay, so even if you don't, I'm not quite sure how you would add as an individual agent, add a lender, but some of the ideas I'm going to show you here are ways that you can work together that will work for everybody. So, yep. So how does the lender get access? That's a good question. Just go up the line to the person who controls your conversion account. That's a broker team leader. In the broker dashboard, there's a place where you can add lenders, and that's a matter of, I believe, man, my memory is getting hazy. Annalisa would know, but she's out today. I believe that you can add lenders on a per agent basis, but don't hold me to that. All right, so that's the first thing. Cherry pick that activity stream. You can actually turn this weather off right now if you're not already doing this, and if you don't already have a lender doing this, you can turn it off. Another big point is that, you know, a lot of ISAs are a big thing in the industry right now. Everybody wants an ISA to call their leads. Well, use your lender as a de facto ISA who does that work for you. Before you go pay a third party, tell your lender, hey man, get into that activity stream, start calling every day. You're sitting at your office. I'm out showing properties. Get off your lazy butt. And when you see somebody on the site, you know, go ahead and call them. So you can get a free ISA out of your lender that way. Shonda says, I have KV Core. Does this apply to me? Yeah, a lot of what we're doing today will apply to you. It might look a little different, but your lender could certainly work your account. I believe there should be an activity stream in KV Core. Maybe it just looks a little different. You can see the latest things. But yeah, just keep some of these pointers in mind. This particular thing is specific what I'm showing in student conversion, but some of the other ideas I'm about to show you guys is platform agnostic. So the second thing I have here is put each other's links in your drip slash Gmail email signatures. So a cool, you know, a quick little thing you can do, and this could be just your personal Gmail account, but you can go ahead and put a call to action in your signature that drives traffic to your lender's links. And if you're sitting there going, well, why would I want to give my lender traffic? Well, there's a few reasons. You want to get people who you're working with approved for a mortgage. So if they're seeing emails from you every day from conversion or in personal emails, you want to increase the chances that they go ahead and work with the lender of your choice. We don't want them to work with the guy we know. The second reason you want to do this is you want to give value, provide value to the people who are partnering with you on your conversion site. So if your lender is contributing to the cost of your site, you want to do everything you can to make them happy so they keep paying. So you can say to them, hey, look, I'm going to go into my drip email, so I'm going to do this right now. Might have to log out here really quick, log back into my account. Just take me a second. So we'll log into the Age dashboard, and I can go into my existing drip campaigns. And I forget if we have a default signature. I could do it at my Gmail, but I could also do at the bottom of, say, here's where I'm sending my weekly St. Pete Opportunity Deals list. I could easily go, PS, in case you haven't seen it, here's a page with some interesting videos about how you can finance a fixer-upper and the cost of repairs. Then I put a little arrow here, and then I give them a link to that content on my lender's site. Right? It could be PS, getting pre-approved for a mortgage is the first step in the process. If you're not pre-approved yet, that could be painful for you. You could lose out and cause yourself a lot of stress. Go here to apply with a mortgage guy I really like now. And you could add this kind of language to the bottom of every communication that goes out. Not only in your conversion account, but you can go into your Gmail account. I hope there's no porn or anything that pops up. I'm always afraid when I go into my Gmail account who's chatting and what's going to be seen. But but I do want to show you how to do this for those of you guys who don't know. So if I go to settings up here, boom, it's mostly just a bunch of leads, thankfully. No you porn. All right. So if I click on settings, and we go down here, I could add, I'll go to my real estate account, and my PS could be PS, same thing. If you need, no, XYZ, I'm not going to make you guys watch me type it in, but you can go do that right now, put a link over to your lender and ask them to do it for you. They could also say, hey, if you need a good agent, you know, click over here. Your lender might be less likely to do that for you because they're working with multiple lenders, but certainly inside of conversion, if you're working on the same conversion account, it wouldn't be a big deal for them to add content that references back to you. There's a question here, is this a beginner class? No, not quite. This is the tips and tricks and strategies that we do every Tuesday. And I do move a little fast. The recording will be live. You can always slow me down later, but no, this is a little more advanced, intermediate to advanced. But this is stuff that even beginners you can share these ideas with your lender and just store it in the back of your head. And these are things that will help you get the most out of the system. Next thing, so that's email signatures. Next thing is use hello bars that drive traffic to lender offers. Now, I believe, I'm going to show you what a hello bar is in a second. We talked about these a few weeks ago. I believe it is on the roadmap for both systems that these will be eventually added and native to the system. But for now, if I go to my conversion site, you'll be able to see this in action. At the very top, there's a little bar that shows up. It might take a few seconds. I might have a delay on there. Boop, it bounces down. How to buy a fixer-upper and finance your repair costs. And when that click goes over, it's actually going to go to a webinar with that content on the mortgage lender site with an application, etc. So all of the traffic that's coming through to my conversion site is now seeing this offer on the financing side. And again, this helps my lender stay happy, but it also increases the chances that my buyers, my traffic will engage on the financing side of things, and that my lender, who I trust, will then push that lead back at me. And I also am careful. I don't know if I did it here, I didn't, but a lot of times you can pass tracking variables through and things of that nature. So that's that. That's a hello bar. The reason it's called a hello bar is because one of the first famous companies that did this idea was called hellobar.com, and that's what I actually use to build my hello bars. If you want to get your script installed, you just have to send it to support once you create your hello bar, and they'll get it installed for you right away. Let's see here. I don't think I need to really, hello bar is pretty easy to use. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing that. I more want to mention this as a strategy that you can use. But once you've created it, you just go and you grab the code, and this is what you'll send over to support, and they'll get it installed for you, and then it'll show up on your site. Okay, let's go down here, see if there's any more questions. So that's another idea. Integrate your lender's content. It could just be their pre-approval link, right? Apply for a mortgage now. Send them over to your lender's pre-approval. It could be a text call to action. This up here, a very hacky, quick way to do this would be to, up at the top, sorry guys, this could easily say text, first-time buyer mortgage to, and then the cell number, the cell number of your mortgage guy. You don't have to go create this content like I have, where there's this big webinar and this whole show. That's pretty advanced. The short, hacky way to do it would be text XYZ to your lender's cell number, and he or she will know every time they get that text that it came from you, right? So that's another way to do that. So use of hello bars on the conversion site, on each other's on the agent's conversion site. Another big thing that probably almost never happens, but should, and there's a lot of value here for your lenders. They can add weekly blog posts. I forget if they have access to the blogging dashboard. I'm pretty sure they do, right? Even if they don't, they can give you the content. Let's go back here and verify whether or not our lender partner here has access to blog. But even if they don't, they can give you content that sells their services. So as a lender, this is a very powerful thing for a number of reasons. I'm just going to go here, quick actions. And yeah, my lender can blog directly on the site. So that's useful for the lender, because remember that whenever a blog post is added, it actually shows, it goes out in the updates, the property updates. Everybody's getting property alerts, and it goes out across the company. So for a big conversion site with maybe hundreds of agents on it, 50, 100 agents on it, that's a lot of exposure on the financing side for your lender. So you will also benefit in having fresh content on your site, which has some SEO ramifications. And again, we want to keep our lender happy. Maybe the lender hears from somebody, hey, I saw your blog post on the site. That'll keep them wanting to co-market with you and help pay for your account if that's what they're already doing. So here up on my site here, one of the last blog posts I added was simply a video of James over at Bond Street, just talking about how to refinance your mortgage and get money for repairs. He was talking about home style renovation, by the way, which I didn't know homeowners can use to actually refi, get money for a kitchen and things of that nature. So that's the kind of thing you can add. And now that this is added here, everybody who's using this conversion install, all of the buyers who are searching from day to day, they might see a link to this blog post and click over. So make sure you let your lender know about that. They should commit to maybe on a weekly basis giving you some form of content and posting that. And you can even maybe make it a requirement if you're going to partner with somebody and give them access to your site, to work leads with you. So I have a link to that post there. Next idea is the use of bridge pages that offer financing before continuing to an offered lead magnet. Somebody's asked me if this is a beginner session. This is not beginner stuff, but this is powerful stuff. I think I posted this in the group before. A bridge page is basically a page that shows up between one thing and another. So in this example, I'm going to bring it up actually first on the conversion landing site. So all right, so you probably couldn't hear me there, but basically what I say in that video is, thank you for checking out the property list that you just requested. I'm going to email you the property list right now, but you should also think about getting pre-approved for a mortgage. And the button below says check out the financing links. And what that's going to do is take them over to a page that has financing links for the lender. So this is kind of the bridge. We've taken them, maybe there was an ad on Facebook that offered them a new construction list. They opted in for a new construction list. They see a video that says, hey, I sent you that list. Cool, all well and good. But in the meantime, it's important that you get pre-approved for a mortgage. Click the link below to go on that journey now. Then, of course, conversion will automatically email out. I use conversions drip campaigns to automatically email out the list as promised, and everybody is happy here. This particular page was built using Conversions landing page generator. We did a whole session about that last week, and we simply used the video views landing page to pop a video in from YouTube and put a link over to the financing links of the lender. Here's another version of this. It happens off of conversion, but you could easily do it on your lender site if you want to. So similar idea here. Here's a video. Same thing, and then it has the mortgage application directly below it. So you can do it either way, either on your conversion site, on your lender's site. And I think I provided a link to this email if any of you guys want to swipe it and use it. It's purposefully unbranded for anybody who wants to use it on their bridge pages. It's just me narrating the message, but it's not specific to any mortgage lender or any agent. So feel free to scroll down in the doc. I think I have it right here, bridge page video. You can swipe. A little extra bonus for you today for sitting here listening to me drone on. All right, so that's the next technique, bridge pages. Next technique, this one is a little, I debated whether I should put this here, but I'll give you the value today and share it. And there's nothing really that's going to stop those of you who want to do this from doing it anyway. Just be careful because I think there are disclosures on your conversion site that say that a lender might be following up, but it is possible to zap leads out into your lender's CRM for auto texting and email follow-up. So if your lender has an existing CRM or processes that they like to use, it is possible to use Zapier.com to zap your leads over to them, and maybe they have their own staff that's going to call them, and or is going to, I say here, faster auto texting. I believe conversion itself stops you from texting from the lender side for the first 3 days. But if you want to get around that, zapping is just a pointer there that you might want to take advantage of. And we did a whole Zapier session probably about a month ago now. It's over there on the Facebook page where all the recordings are. I think I should show you that. fb.com/conversion/videos. We have a playlist of all these episodes there for you guys. You can watch them at your leisure. And I'm always surprised how many people are watching these things, but a lot of them have like high view counts now. 638, yeah, one of them's got 1,000, all this stuff. So yeah, the Zapier one was 4 episodes ago. Okay, now here's some more fun stuff. I doubt many people are doing this. We do this at Bond Street with a lot of our lender partners, and I can tell you firsthand, if there's anything your lender can do to really, really get value out of the relationship here, that would be to drop their retargeting pixels on your conversion site. So right here, it says retarget agent. I just realized this probably looks small to you guys. Retarget agent site content with lender offers on Facebook and Google. And what we're talking about here is showing the people searching on your conversion site follow-up videos and banner ads related to financing. And I see this each and every day where these leads convert into mortgage applications. It happens very frequently. Don't expect like 50 a day, but we're talking, depending on how many agents you're working with, it's happening at a very healthy rate and at an affordable cost, because basically what you've got here is in-market data actually looking for a house. It makes sense to show these ads to these people. So some examples of what you might show. You might show little 15-second videos. I gave you the playlist that Bond Street uses. Boy, I hope they don't mind. I hope James doesn't mind me. I actually showed him this PDF. I'm showing this, but we've got a series of 15-second videos that were created with something called slidely.com. It's at SLIDL slide.ly. I'll put that in the doc. But it's not the cheapest service, but the videos are very easy to create, and they work really well for retargeting. And you might have actually seen Slidely. They like to advertise to agents. I've seen them in Facebook. So good service for creating retargeting videos right there. And then the other type of retargeting video you might do is direct chats with your lender. So here's James on a Facebook page here. But basically I just fired up my phone, asked him a quick question, and he responded to the question there. We spent about an hour in his office and put about 10 of these videos in the can for retargeting and other advertising purposes. So here he is talking about mortgage options for self-employed borrowers. So you can, this is something you could easily do with your lender, get to their office, have them come into you, ask some financing questions, put it, record little 2 to 5 minute snippets, and then go ahead and run them as ads that retarget all of the traffic on your site. If you have questions about retargeting, there is an episode from April 17th where we dive deep into how to get retargeting done. Sounds complicated, but it's really not that difficult. Any questions, guys? I know I'm going pretty fast here. Any thoughts, questions before I keep blowing through the content? Okay, great. I'll just keep going. I always get scared when it gets quiet, but I guess you guys are clicking around on links and stuff. I did give a lot of links on this doc, and that's usually what happens. And then last thing you could do, another example of content that you can either post in a blog or retarget. This works really well. Just record a first-time homebuyer webinar with your lender. Make some slides up, and then just run through it. So this is loading slow, probably because I'm on GoToWebinar, but you don't really need to see it there. You can click it in the doc. But that's another kind of piece of content you can use to co-market there. I'll drop the link to the doc again, guys. I see your questions here. Sent to all. And we have a time to show us how to set up the page for the first time home buyer program. Not sure what you're referring to, Laura, but if you email training, they'll be able to help you with that. Basically, it's just a blog post, probably what you're referring to. You can just go into your conversion site and click quick actions, add blog, and you can add any kind of content you want. If you have information about first-time homebuyer programs, just write it. Just start writing. Just start describing them. Dwight, yeah, we did do a retargeting webinar. It's there on facebook.com/conversion/videos. I'll drop a link to that in our recordings. It's about 3 or 4 episodes ago. There you go. Cool. Hopefully that link to the doc went out, guys. It will definitely be posted with the recording if anybody is watching this and didn't get it. It should be near wherever we post the recording doc that I'm referring to and showing on the screen. Okay, so that's a bunch of ideas, spitfire for about 20 minutes here. I know your heads might be blowing up, but the reason we want to get this content down is just not so that you can go and do it all today. It's just so you can pick and choose the things you do. And in this case, it's going to make a lot of sense once the recording is live for you to share this with your lenders, and maybe for you to sell future lenders on working with you. If you have a lenders on the fence, they're not sure they want to contribute to your marketing budget. Let them see this webinar. Maybe they get some ideas and can see how it can really benefit them. That cherry picking activity stream, I think, is very, very huge right there. The hello bars is a great way for them to just sift traffic off, and the ability to retarget your traffic. Even if there's a learning curve and you got to struggle through and get it done, there are people who can help you with that. It's really, really well worth doing. Just point your lenders in those directions. So closing thoughts here. Let's see. Closing thoughts. Paying for your Zillow account is working less and less for your lender partners. You're going to hear this all day. You probably already are. Lenders are saying, hey, man, I don't know that this is really paying off for me. It's cool that you're letting me give you some money to pay for Zillow, but I'm not really getting it here. And there's a number of reasons for that. We won't comment on why those leads from Zillow don't convert well as others. But here, the conversion offers you some nice alternatives with the methods I showed you today, ways that your lender can work with you closely, co-market with you, that should generate better ROI than what you're getting for Zillow. So if you want your lenders to get value out of paying for your conversion account, do watch this again and keep going with this stuff. Here, I don't know why I did this. I was probably some notes, but I did put a link. If you want to vote for the addition of the bridge page as sort of a native feature, I put a link where you can vote on the conversion AHA page, KV Core and conversion. And you can submit ideas there if you want to vote for that. And then another thought that I think maybe on the roadmap that I brought up before is the ability for lenders and even agents to add banner ads and other content maybe underneath specific properties in the sidebar of the site, around that. Those are the evolutions and things we can add. But for now, you can do this on your own with Hello Bar and have some results. So there we go. I have some bonus resources here. That bridge page video. I did a similar session like this about 2 years ago, 3 years ago almost, in 2015. I'm sure there were some ideas on that episode that I haven't included here. So do go back to that and check it out if you want. And a link to all these recordings are at the bottom. So let me see. Great question, William. I actually was going to do Google AdWords today. The question is, have you done Google AdWords? And the reason I didn't was I didn't feel prepared. I woke up this morning and felt like I wanted to do a little more testing specific to conversion. I haven't done a lot of Google specific to PPC, specific to conversion lately. So probably next week. And another reason I wanted to do this content today was that I have a friend who has a real estate membership site in another area, and we're actually doing this content tomorrow. So I was prepared for that and saying, why don't I kill two birds here? I'll do it for conversion as well. Any other questions, guys? And feel free to ask me questions. It doesn't have to apply to lender co-marketing. If you have any other questions about conversion in general, I don't mind hanging out here for as long as you guys want to ask. Questions about advertising on Facebook, I have a little more time, so feel free to ask. One thing I posted the other day, maybe I'll point out, was a quick video example on using on a way to generate seller leads in your market, maybe pick up some listings. And that post is basically me showing an area page and walking through some recent market activity using screencast-o-matic.com. Definitely check that out. I think that's a valid way to use the system, the fact that it gives you these nice pages and things to talk about, but also get your face out there in the public, particularly for those of you guys who've been in your markets for a long time. Maybe you have a nice bunch of past clients and you want to make sure that they list with you and remember you exist. That's a good place to go. Thanks, Dwight. Yeah, we'll get Google PPC stuff live. The other thing with Google PPC, I'm not sure I want to share all my secrets. That's another thing I was thinking in the back of my head. Google PPC is very competitive, and there's some things that I do and friends of mine do that I don't know that we want everybody knowing about. But I'll make sure the content's good there. I'm kind of just being funny right now. Is there a link from how to set this up for the sellers page? Great, yeah. Let me show you that right now. You mean how to kind of do that area post, right? So if you go to your URL, best way to do it is just kind of remember this. There's some links at the bottom of a lot of the pages that show specific areas, but to manually, right here, see it says areas we cover. So if I pick any one, you'll notice that it says areas. I'm trying to make this bigger for you guys. I can't really do it. It says areas, it says slash areas slash Babson Park. So I can either type in a city, so I'm going to type in Gulfport, and it'll give all the stats there. Or I can type in a zip code here. So what I'll do, guys, just in the docs, since anybody who's watching this, even though it doesn't have to do with lender co-marketing, I'll just drop a example areas link format at the bottom of the doc like that. Then just change the URL to yours, right, the base part, and the zip slash city to what you want. So another one would be like this with city to support. If you have trouble, I'm sure support can help you generate those as well. If you just chat inside the dashboard, they'll help you generate a link for a specific area. But I definitely think that, you know, maybe once a week, once a month, getting on video, talking about some stats, editorializing like I did the other day. I didn't really rehearse it. I just went, oh, look, there's 34 reduced properties. You click and you're like, oh, cool. Oh, I showed that the other day. I didn't know it was reduced. And then you just say, oh, to see all these links I'm clicking right now, click, you know, I'm talking about it right now, go ahead and click. Just so they see your face again, they hear your voice, they associate you with real estate there. So another question, when a squeeze page is created, the potential lead fills out their email on a squeeze page. But then when they start clicking around the website, will they have to sign up again? Really good question, Roland. So if you're using conversions landing pages, they will not have to sign up again, right? So if you're using these pages, there we go. It went to mobile responsive view because I made it bigger. But you're using these pages, when they fill their email out here, it'll log them in and it'll start logging everything they looked at. That's a big advantage to using conversions built-in landers. If you use a third-party landing page generator, or if you're using Facebook lead ads, yes, they are going to have to opt in again. And that's another good reason why bridge pages can be useful. You can use the bridge page to say, hey, thanks for signing up. I emailed you the link. Just FYI, my system might make you log in again. You just pop your email in. It's no big deal. And from what I've seen, it doesn't really affect things too much. The only downside of that is that it might not track all the views the first time they land on your site, which is where the bridge page might come in handy. They don't go straight to your site and start searching. They have to take that extra step, go to the email, click, and then log in. Oh, good question, Roland. Roland's saying, but they have not created a password. Well, this is a good feature here at Conversion. It's clever. Truth is, there is no password. The email lets them log in. Now, when somebody is searching for properties, right here, you'll see here it says opt in. So mickey@mouse.com. All right, and it says cell number will be your password. It says really, we're just trying to, right? We're trying to get them to put the cell number in, but the truth is they don't need that to log back in. So just a little bit of hackery there, probably from Justin, the original founder of Conversion. It's a very Justin thing there. Maybe it's a conversation we had years ago. I don't remember, but yeah. So that's that. But your email will log you in, and I actually think, I think even when the like if a lead is created off Zapier, off of a Facebook lead ad or something, and you zap it in, I think Conversion actually sends a welcome message that's kind of like a one-click login anyway, so they probably won't even have to enter their email, if I'm remembering right. Even though you're probably going to send them a link with the specific properties, and it might do in that case. Not to confuse. Okay. Well, if there's not anything else, I'll let you guys dig in on this content. Definitely share this doc and the video once the recording's live with your lender partners. If you have any other ideas, we'd love to hear them in the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/conversion. Feel free to ask questions and post your ideas there. There's a lot of content here you can look back on to get tips, tricks for how to use Conversion alongside these episodes that we're doing on a week-to-week basis. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll let you go, and we'll see you next week at 3 p.m. Let's just say it. I'm going to do the Google AdWords because it's being requested. I'll make sure that that's ready to go. So the cheat sheet will be attached to the replay when I post it on the Facebook page and in the group. Janet, okay? And I did send it. Here, I'll send it one more time before we go. If you want to see it right now, I'll send it one more time, and I'll wait 30 seconds and then cut out. You're welcome, Roland. All right, see everybody later. I'll give it one more second so those of you who need that link to the cheat sheet can grab it, and then I'll cut out for the day.